Hi guys! So today we're just going to continue talking about all those angles that you learned about yesterday. I'm just adding something to it. So that's just how geometry works. So today's Thursday, November 19th. Your test over all these angles are going to be on December 8th. December 8th. Okay, so today we're going to talk about all those lines cut by a transversal and all those angles. So a quick reminder. We have our interior angles, which are angles 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we have those special kind that we just learned about. So we've got our alternate interior angles, which would be like 3 and 6, 4 and 5. They alternate over the transversal and they're interior. We have our same side interior angles, like 3 and 5. And 4 and 6, remember the Big Ideas book calls it consecutive interior angles. We've got our angles on the exterior, like 1, 2, 7, and 8. So alternate exterior angles would be like 1 and 8, 2 and 7. Those are alternate exterior angles. We have our same side exterior angles, like 1 and 7. And 2 and 8. Remember, they're also called consecutive exterior. We also learned about corresponding angles. So corresponding angles has one exterior, one interior, and they jump over an angle. So look at 1 and 5 corresponding, 3 and 7 corresponding, 2 and 6 corresponding, 4 and 8 corresponding. Also, though, don't forget about the angles we've already learned, like vertical angles and linear pair. So vertical angles would be like 2 and 3, or 1 and 4, 6 and 7, and 5 and 8. Those are all vertical angles. Linear pair are right next to each other and form a straight line, like 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Also going the other direction, 6 and 8, 5 and 7, 1 and 3, 2 and 4. Those are all linear pairs. So that's just a reminder of the angles. The one thing that I'm adding today, if those two lines happen to be parallel to each other, when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, corresponding angles are always congruent. Corresponding angles, congruent. Alternate interior angles, always congruent. Alternate exterior angles, always congruent. The kind that are supplementary are the same side. So I remember they all start with an S. Same side supplementary. So same side interior and same side exterior add to 180 degrees. Now don't forget vertical angles are always congruent to each other, but a linear pair always add to 180 degrees. So you're going to have some problems where you have to find the different angle measures. So, for example, I'm going to pause this. Sorry, someone came to the door. Okay, so for example, angle 1 is 82. I have to find all the other angles. Well, I remember that vertical angles are equal, so I know that this is 82. I remember that corresponding angles are equal, so this would be 82. Or you could think alternate interior angles are equal. Corresponding angles are vertical. Yeah. So those would all be the 82 degrees, all four of those. Now, how would I find the other angles? Well, do you see that that's a linear pair? Or you could think about same side are supplementary, so they add to 180. So these angles right here have to add to 180. If I do 180 minus 82, 98. So if this angle is 98, what would this angle have to be? 98. What would this angle have to be? 98 and 98. Okay. You will have a little bit of algebra today, and I will help you set some of those up on your assignment. I just thought this was cool. World's most accurate pie chart. Pie I have eaten, pie I have not eaten. It's that time of year. We're eating pie, so I thought it was cute. Okay, so pull up your assignment, and I even have it up here, which ones are congruent to each other and which ones add to 180. So the only ones that add to 180 are the linear pairs and the same side supplementary, same side interior, same side exterior. So first, we're just going to have some reminders of what types of angles. So if I look at angles 1 and 5, I hope you remember what kind of angles those are. One exterior, one interior, jumps over angle 4. Those would be corresponding angles. So you're going to go through and you have to figure out what type of angles all of those are. I'm going to turn this a little. All right, what type of angles all of those are? Go to number 7 on your assignment. So number 7, you're going to figure out what kind of angles they are. You have to decide whether they equal each other or they add to 180. So let's look at this. So what type of angles are 3 and 6? Well, they're on the interior and they alternate over the transversal. So those would be called alternate interior angles. So are alternate interior angles congruent or supplementary? Well, they are congruent. So if I know angle 3 is 60, what does angle 6 have to be if they're congruent to each other? Well, 60. So that's how you're going to do those. So you have to decide what type of angles, are they congruent or supplementary, and then find the angle measure. So that's how you do all of these. I've got a lot of practice. Okay, so now let's look at this problem. So I know this angle right here is 107 degrees. I have to find the other two. So if I look up here, I know these two angles are corresponding angles, one exterior, one interior, and it jumps over this angle. So I know angle 1 has to be 107. Well, what do these two angles add up to? They add up to 180. They're a linear pair, so just do 180 minus 107 and you'll get angle 2. Let's do another one. Let's come down. Yeah, let's look at this one because look how many angles you have to find. So what I would do I would go through and find all the other angles that are 61 degrees. So I know my vertical angles are 61, so angle 6 would have to be 61. Angle 1 would have to be 61 because those are corresponding angles. Angle 3 would have to be 61. I've got vertical or alternate interior, and that's it. And then how do I find the other angles? Well, notice my linear pair. So those have to add to 180, or you can think your same side interior and same side exterior have to add to 180. So just do 180 minus 61 in your calculator, and you're going to find all the other angles. So on those type of problems, go through and find all the ones that are 61 first, and then find the other ones. You will have a little bit of algebra. Look at number 20. So I will help you set up these algebra ones, but you're going to have to solve it. So notice this angle is exterior, this angle is interior. One exterior, one interior jumps over that angle. Those are corresponding angles, and corresponding angles equal each other. So I would do 4x minus 16 equals 64, and then you have to solve for x. So you would add the 16 and divide by 4. All right, 21. These angles are on the interior, and they alternate over that transversal. So since they're alternate interior angles, they equal each other. So 3x equals 2x plus 17, and you're going to solve for x. So you've got to get x's on one side and numbers on the other. Solve for x. Number 22. These are corresponding angles again. One exterior, one interior jumps over this little angle right here. So those would equal each other.
3x minus 17 equals x plus 25.
And then you're going to solve for x. So I hope that helped. I hope you have a great day. I love and miss you guys.